Hello, welcome back. This is a rare stream. I think this stream is all my audio problems working from out the gate. Because boy, has it been a rough week for tech issues. But yeah, you know, GoXLR didn't crash out. Discord properly got picked up, so we're in a good space for a potentially long stream. Now, oh my gosh, just kidding. Let's fix one more mic issue. Well, next time I got this, I am now in the know. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I'm loud, very loud. And we are ready for mail call. Mail call week is normally where I look at everything I got in the mail. But what did I get in the mail this week? That. This pretty much all shipping is delayed pretty much everywhere, so even stuff that I've bought like a week ago isn't showing up. So let me show you what's going on here. 3 invert existence, nothing crazy. I've been trying to pick these up. I've been trying to pick up all 3 of the widespreads: ruin, destruction, and pain, because I believe in Brian Gottlieb, and he promised us a strong Vincent card inside of the Hunted in the expansion slot. By golly, did we get one today. So all that said, we're good. We're ready. I'm gonna have Vincent popping off. Not as popping off as much as Wax Off, but we're getting there. I really wish Wax Off would have been more in my... I only have a couple Wax Offs that I picked up throughout the years of, well, not years, I think it just came out in what, Mistville. But all that said, we have some money coming, and like I said, I talked about it in the last Riled Up. The widespreads I bought all of in rainbow foil. I bought like 30, 40 of them. You can see my spike in the candles on all 3 of them when I did all my buys. But I think Vincent, we probably won't see the price spike yet with how the game works and how the community tends to follow more than lead, which is, you know, whatever. That's fine. Everything's fine. But I don't expect to see the Vincent stuff pop off until she wins something big. It probably won't happen till after Prague, which is what, January 17th, I think. So, but we got some potential there, and that's kind of like what we saw with the Wax On, Wax Off. You know, the potential was always there. It got picked up after last weekend in I can't tell you the name, but Kuala Lumpur, I don't know. It's but you know, Wax Off popped off from 88 cents up to almost $13 right now. So buy low. It always pays off. Actually, Knives Out is when I bought 41 copies of... I sold 20 of them when they hit $3, and then those worked up to $3.50. Right now they're selling for $6 a pop, so the other 20 are probably going to be listed here soon. I might do 10 and then wait for Hunted, but they well overpaid for not only themselves, but like, I don't know, 1,000 other cards I usually would buy. So things are going well on that front. But that was it. I only had 3 invert existence cards show up, so we are going to go over a big Black Friday deal I picked up. I bought a whole long box. Now, there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it. A lot of it's just comics I enjoy. Comics I think will have some good value. There's actually a lot of sentimental value in some of these books. So I am going to, well, we'll just start. I'm just going to grab a stack. I haven't put them into my inventory yet. I don't know how much they're worth. I probably won't do that till after this stream. There does need to be a bit of sorting. Mostly just visible barcodes versus not visible barcodes. Wow, totally. Wait. Oh my gosh, guy, please. All right, when he put the books. It looks like a little all over. Okay, that's fun. This was not part of the big deal, but I just grabbed it because I enjoy wrestling, and AEW I didn't know had a book. The book is mostly just like there's Darby. It's just, that's a weird. They made some interesting decisions here, but it does seem to be mostly just like one shots. There's a couple panels here. Is that Sergeant Slaughter? Or no? Okay. I don't know. Interesting little book I picked up. It was only like $1. But some things like that pop off. The crowd that loves the comics, the Venom buyers, the Spawn buyers, they have a heavy overlap with the wrestling community, so that should go well. Now, what did I get here? So this is, of course, an Image series. Image is like one of the big three right now. Image, everyone probably knows about, but if you don't, they're more of a creator-based company, but which is why you're never gonna see like an app. Like DC and Marvel both have big like apps. You can go read through all their comics online, digitally, and all that. Really impossible to do with Image books because the creators own all of their own books, so they would have to all agree to different terms. I've heard it's a negotiation nightmare. There's some attempts at it every couple years, but all that said, I love Image. Image is generally my primary source of books that I like and actually read myself. This is Outcast. Never heard of it, but it's got Kirkman's name on it, and if it's got Kirkman's name on it, it's probably gold. Kirkman did Walking Dead, he did Invincible, both of those, phenomenal. Okay, and this is also a Skybound imprint, it looks like. So this is an interesting series I've never heard of, so I bought some to look into. Got interesting covers. Some more. Basically what I did was I didn't actually look through the comics too much. The deal was if you bought more than 75 comics, all the comics you bought were 50 cents. That's crazy. That's better than I would get, and they're bagged and boarded, right? So to make more sense of that, when I do the calculations for bag and boarding costs in my comics that I sell through my eBay store at cardboardkings.shop and SHM Cardboard Kings on eBay, but when I do that, the cost to you for a bag and a board is about 22 cents. So realistically, I was going to bag and board these when I got home, so I really just paid like 38 cents per comic, which is insane value. And they're better boards than I have, so it's probably even more than that. My boards, I buy in bulk, a couple thousand at a time. And, same with bags. So I get I am just shy of freight rate. And that's just because I don't have a place for them to drop off a forklift worth of bags and boards. But one day we'll get there, huh? So, anyways, Outcast. So yeah, I got a steal on all these comics. But what I did was they're actually really well sorted. They went through. I went through all the back shelves because he just has shelves and shelves. He's got like his comic setup is up top. You've got like the tiered, open. Just drop the comics in. They're all labeled, and then once they hit back order, they enter all these big drawers underneath all of the shelving units. So you can just pull those out, and normally they're $1 a piece. But on the sale, they were 50 cents. So what I did, and they were all beautifully sorted. They were so well sorted. So I would just look for names I liked, pulled it, grabbed the whole stack, threw it in my box, and we just kept on trucking that way. So we'll see. Hopefully we don't get any not safe for work surprises in here, but I'm not really expecting that. That's a cool cover. I really like the color design on these. Okay, we're gonna. I really don't. I'm actually very irritated he swapped these around like up and down, but I know some people like doing it because if you've got, I don't know, for depending on how many long boxes you have, you'll notice pretty quick that when you've got all these books lined up, they start to become a wedge, and that's because of the staples here and the binding. So eventually the curve and the angle gets more and more severe because it's additive, right? So like even here you can see how much of a difference it is from this side to this side. Well, imagine like 200. So accumulation. So sometimes people will do this, and it's fine for storage long term, I guess. I will concede that. But if you've got to flip through that and find a book, you're not gonna have much luck. So anyways, this is Paper Girls. Paper Girls I enjoy because, well, A is Brian K. Vaughan. So Brian K. Vaughan, I think most famously wrote Runaways, which is one of my like all-time favorite comic series. And also Saga. Saga is incredible. Now, I don't remember who did the original art for this. I think originally, I really thought originally it was Jen Bartel, or maybe it was Fiona. Fiona Staples did Saga. One of those two did the original Paper Girls. I'm gonna have to pull up. I'll look into that. All right, but I'm gonna not even put this aside for anything other than I want to make sure I get all my outcasts together. This was a slightly damaged book. Oh yeah, there is. There's a damage up here. That's all right. At 30 cents, I'll take it. I even leave that label on. It's convenient. Ooh, issue 4. Oh, we got some early issues, so I'm not sure anything about this series, to be completely honest with you. But that's, yeah, issue 4 and 9, so the rest are in like 20s, 30s, which means it's been around for a few years. It's interesting. I'm surprised I haven't really heard about it. Pearl. This is Brian Michael Bendis. This is back, I think I just saw it was an issue 1 and grabbed it. As soon as it says from the creators Jessica Jones, I'm also a sucker for that. I love me some Jessica Jones. The first Marvel Max series I really got into was Alias when it launched, because it was like one of the launch titles for the Marvel Max series, or yeah, series, I should say. But so I grabbed Pearl because of that. It's the #1. It's got Brian Michael Bendis. It's got a great cover. Could be worth money someday. If not, it's a pretty nice little collectible. Oh, I'm getting real bad about these. Okay. Frank Miller, you just can't go wrong with Frank Miller. That's all there is to it. So that was Pandora. Oh, some more Paper Girls. See any other names I'm more familiar with? No. I have all of the trades for Paper Girls, so I really wanted to get some of these individuals. Another Outcast, which was that? Outcast 10. Alright, that's cool. We got some earlies. Some early ones. Ooh! Man, this box is heavy. Okay, let's grab another stack here. So this was a series I didn't even know existed. I didn't know they made more Kingsman books. Kingsman is famously a comic series. More famously, a fantastic movie series. I'm sure you've probably seen the Kingsman movies. If not, I highly recommend it. But they had The Red Diamond, which is a little spin-off, it looks like, a 6-part series. So I was figured, hey, I'll grab that and see if I can collect the rest. Kick-Ass is just one of those series I very much enjoy. That and Hit Girl. And so whenever I find a loose comic for either of those, Kick-Ass or Hit Girl, I just grab them. Just because I don't have enough of them, and so a lot of times when I'm doing bulk lots, right? When I'm picking up collections from people, when I'm, you know, buying out like big deals like this, I almost regret not going back and just buying the rest of almost everything. I probably could have bought out the rest of the store if I wanted, but I like to go for broad strokes with this. And it's kind of the same with TCGs, right? Like when you're buying bulk, a lot of people collect older cards, like vintage. Like, and you can see I've done vintage Magic sorting streams, and as I've gotten them in, and then I pull those vintage cards out, and then slowly build collections. And then when you get to the point where you're missing 4 or 5, and the same with books, you know, you're missing 4 or 5 books, but you got everything else. Away we go. And I kind of do the same. Actually, let me see. What's gonna be a good? What would be a good example? Let me see if I can share this at all without totally doxing myself. All right, let's do application. No, not audio. We're not doing an audio capture. I need a video or an app capture. Or just my capture. Game. Window capture. That's what I want. We're going to do. Oh, let's see. Is this just going to work for Firefox? All right. Let's try and cut this down a bit here. Well, you don't need to see all that. Okay, and boop. Oh, my face was there. Okay. What else should be higher than that? I guess we'll put chat above that too. If anyone wants to chat, chatters. But so I enjoy a lot of She-Hulk. I pick up. Clicking the wrong thing here. Oh, it doesn't actually show the mouse. That's so weird, but you can see what I'm hovering over. So like this run of She-Hulk. Actually, I'm missing pretty much everything. Oh no, those are the ones I have. What am I missing? I can click this. Oh gosh, no, I'm missing. Oh, let's not show variants. So I can look at. Perfect. She-Hulk Volume 4. I am missing one single comic. And what happened was my monthly pulls from Things from Another World just stopped showing up for 2 months. And I messaged them, or they'd send me like one book out of like 50. And I'm like, what is going on? They're like, oh, that's just how many books showed up out of everything in your pull list. I'm like, no. Because then I could go onto their website and buy the rest of them. Needless to say, I missed a couple. She-Hulk number 7 is one of those. And so, well, that's not one I buy in bulk. Sensational She-Hulk is one I always grab. So, oh, this is the new series. I'm missing 3 and 5, so I would probably go out of my way to get those. How am I missing issue? I have number 1 Sensation. Oh, no, I don't. Sensational She-Hulk 1 is the only number 1 She-Hulk I think I'm missing, now that I think about it. I've got Savage She-Hulk, which is the very first appearance of She-Hulk, and every other one. I think I almost have every other number 1 She-Hulk in graded. I think that's kind of why I don't have it here. So I'll probably go back and buy that one in graded, but as you can see, you know, of the like 70... or was it 85 of the She-Hulks, or no, 60 of the 60. I'm missing 25, but so broad swaths, fill up as much as you can, spend the money to buy some individuals. That's the way I handle vintage Magic, and that's the way I handle comics. So that's all exciting. The original sorting plan I had is already out the window. I think we're good. I think we're good. So far, none of these have barcodes, which is also a giant pain in my butt for buying them, because the store insisted on scanning every single one of them, which is so that they could, you know, look at this receipt. Every single one of the in the box that I bought, they scanned individually. According to them, I saved $824. Right. Okay. Okay, sure, bud. But all right, Black Science. Black Science was an amazing series that I started as it was coming out. I never did finish it. I'm real bad about it. These are probably even dupes, but I didn't bother checking because they're 30 cents pop, and I just bought them, and here they are. But I really enjoyed Black Science a lot. The Expanse. Now, The Expanse is one of the best worst book series ever, but the TV show was phenomenal. And I didn't know that they went a little bit expanded universe into the comics, so I'm gonna have to pick up all 12 of these. Very much looking forward to that. I didn't know they existed. Now I do. Now I'm gonna get them. So I've got 1 and 2 here, which is probably the best 2 I could have possibly gotten in this box. So the rest will be super easy and cheap to pick up. So I'm always happy to see that. Firefly, I think everyone just loves Firefly. Joss, despite everything that's come out about him, still love Firefly. This is another Firefly book called Firefly War Stories. Oh, more Outcast. Wow, these are really messed up everywhere. I did pick up a Negan Lives. Now, Negan, this is a second printing. And historically, I would say probably before the last like 5 years, a second printing is worthless. No one wants this old second printing. But now with more modern comics and like with how ridiculous variants are getting now, sometimes these second printings end up more valuable than the first. Is that the case in this series? No idea. But I also didn't have Negan Lives. It's a #1. I figure why not? So I bought it. And that's all there is to it. A lot of Kirkman here. Mark Miller. Jupiter's Legacy, and where's the other one? Oh man, there's okay, everything's all mixed up. But I think it's Jupiter's Legacy and Jupiter Circle, I think, is the other one. There's a couple different Jupiter's series. This was one of the 6 series that Mark Miller licensed with Netflix. This live action did not do great. Unfortunately, I still enjoyed it because I really liked the story, but like the graphics were not great. So I think they canceled it and all the other seasons for it after the first one, which was unfortunate. But the books were still great, and I mean, everything Mark Miller touches is pretty much gold when it comes to TV shows and movies. The other thing that spawned out of this was Super Crooks, the animated series. I think we ended up with 2 seasons of that, I think. Super Crooks was good. American Jesus, though American Jesus got renamed into something. I haven't seen it yet. But Mark Miller, he's written pretty much all of the biggest, most major. Like, he did Civil War. He did... what's the commie suit? Or Red Sun. He did Old Man Logan. Like, some of the most defining movies, TV shows, series were all done by Mark Miller. So, him and his Miller World comics, wish them the best. We do have some more Kingsman. Let's see if I can move this pile down a bit here, so you can keep looking at that. I'll move the mic a little bit over here. More Kingsman, more Black Science. just very interesting. I really like this white bar here, and then something crazy. Usually just something crazy on the right. This is a Firefly variant, I think. Looks like it. I'm not sure how that one snuck in there. That's got to be worth something. I like that. That's a Virgin variant. Firefly Brand New Verse was another series. We got that going. And The Ones, another Brian Michael Bendis. It honestly just looked a little interesting to me. It's also an issue number 1. I'll almost always pick up a number 1. But looking good. Looking good. I don't know what that flashing is that keeps happening. I don't know if it's just OBS or if it's going through. Sorry if there's like random... Oh, nope. Fudge. I don't know why it's doing that. That's a new... Okay. That's a new technical problem that I will not deal with right now. I'll have to deal with that later. Oh, these cameras, man. These cameras. Death of me. Ooh. What else we got? Speaking of Fiona Staples. Yeah, Brian K. Vaughan. Saga. So these start from when they pick... Wow, that's... I'm really sorry about the... I really don't know why it's like the camera is just showing random glitches. I hope I don't have to replace this camera already. This camera is like not even 3 months old. Saga, so they took a huge break, and they released enough to do, I think, like 4 big hard omnibuses, which I own those. I also own all of the first run of the singles, but I'm always picking up more. I don't mind owning duplicates. I know some people get really crazy about it, but I don't mind having dupes. We got some Lion Cat. Maybe that was it for Saga. You, buddy. You have to go get bagged. Okay, we got more Firefly and Ant. Why did I get Ant? No idea. But it had Savage Dragon and Spawn on it. This is another series I hadn't ever actually heard of before. So, figure I'll enter a foray. Book, I mean, this book's pretty damaged. Right up here, I don't know if you can see all the marks. Not great, but it is number 5. It had an interesting cover. Savage Dragon. They don't have much of, like, Image, because it's all a bunch of different artists all owning their own IP. There's not really that much of a crossover, but Savage Dragon almost always shows up in a lot of Image comics, including Invincible. So look for him everywhere. I would almost call him the mascot of Image. Some more Savage and Ant. More of The Expanse. Got some old The Boys, Dear Becky. This was a spin-off series. Got 7 and 8 of that. Chew used to be one of my favorite comics. I started picking this up when it came out. I have a lot of... I might have all the graphic novels at this point, or all the trades for this. But the idea was that some people, they eat something, they can get all of the knowledge about it. So you eat an apple, you know where it showed up, or like what orchard it grew in, what pesticides were ever put on it, who touched it, who processed it, anything that happened in the history of that food when you eat it. So the obvious next step to that is making them police officers and having them eat corpses to solve murders. So it was a very interesting premise. I enjoyed it a lot. And you'll see, it lasted for quite a while. Lots of interesting Chew comics. Ooh, number 50. More Black Science. Oh, Hit Girl. I was talking about Hit Girl earlier when I was talking about Kick-Ass. I actually don't know how many Hit Girl comics I'm missing at this point. I really like that cover, though. Let me see. Manhattan Projects. Okay, I got into this. This came out a while before Black Science, but there was a real kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to call it like a sci-fi renaissance, but things were getting real interesting on the sci-fi side of things. The Manhattan Projects are a very Hickman device. Like, Hickman is the writer, or man the writer. Things are wild. I greatly appreciate this series. I was flabbergasted that he had a #1 still, so I bought it. Really, I mean, just think like all of the modern mad scientists you can think of. Not even necessarily mad, just all the huge scientists you can think of all put on like a team to like work through crazy or deal with like mad science. I love mad science, and Manhattan Projects scratches that itch so well. This is Jupiter's Legacy Requiem. This is one of the spin-offs of the series. I got a couple of these. Jupiter's Legacy 2. Number 5 and 1. Oh, and multiple 5. Oh no, this is actually the original OG Jupiter's Legacy. So I only have, I think, Jupiter's Circle and Jupiter's Legacy, the original ones. So I don't think I have any Jupiter's Legacy 2 currently, or of that other one, Requiem. So I'm very excited to start fleshing out those little bits in the collection. Jupiter's Circle #1, great pickup, and #2. Jupiter's Circle 5. I think I had a lot of faith that the value in these books would go up with the success of the TV show, but unfortunately, with the show kind of, becoming a dumpster fire, not much happened with the book prices. I mean, they went up a bit. Well, they went up a lot at the beginning of like the series, and then after like one episode, they all fell apart, as they do. And Kingsman: The Red Diamond, #1. I wonder if actually I have all 6, and I'll have to double check. I might be missing 1 or 2. And then I can just go fill that in on eBay or something. Or, I shouldn't say eBay. There's a great website called, I think it's just Gmart. And I use them for nearly all of my back issue filling. And if they don't have it, then, I can check Mile High Comics or, who else is really good? There's a couple others. But Gmart's the one that sticks up most in my head. Mile High is close second, and then oh shoot, was it like an Emerald City? There's another big secondary site online. Okay, let me shift these a bit. They keep falling over. Okay. Ravencroft Institute for the Criminally Insane. Didn't know what this was either. I just bought it. It looked cool. I was like, cool. What a cool looking comic. Barcodes finally get a place. Oh, we flipping around. Red Lanterns. I was a very big fan of the Red Lanterns when they came out. Dexstar is probably one of the best Green Lanterns, but I like the early stuff with like Atrocitus. So I'm always picking up Red Lantern stuff. Bleeze, of course. So these Red Lantern came out, is that like new 52 around that time? And once they split the Spectrum, I don't know, I really like the idea that they don't actually have rings. It like rips out their heart and replaces it, so there's really no backing them out. You're all rage all the time. Comes some pretty cool comics. Resurrection Man, a #1. Like I said, I'll always pick up a #1, even if it's a series I don't know too much about. Resurrection Man, though, I think he was got big again with the new 52. Well, I mean, this says the new 52, but I don't think this was the new 52, new 52. I think this was the old new 50. No, this is the new 52. I don't know. They need to stop rebooting every couple years. Oh, all right, let's switch. The Riddler, year 1. I enjoy the year 1 series for a lot of the bat related things, so I'm actually very excited. I didn't know this came out. This is book 4. I don't own a lot of Black Label. When we talked, see, a couple months ago, when I bought that first huge collection off a guy down, a couple blocks away, he had a whole bunch of Black Label, which is what actually made me buy that collection. So I'm still coming through. I'm still trying to backfill. I really dropped so many DC books from my pull list because of how expensive they are. They keep jacking up the price of a lot of their books. You're paying sometimes up to like $7. It's crazy. Let me make sure. I don't want to keep rotating all of these. Okay. And the new Runaways. Well, it's not called the new Runaways, but it's the new Runaways. It doesn't have Brian K. Vaughan. Haven't actually read any of them that he or Joss didn't really write. So we'll see. But barcodes on the front. That's always good to see. Love Nico. Wow, not many of the OGs, huh? Interesting. Oh, I got dupes. Yes. Oh, she's great too. She's just, well, she's older now, but she's just be like, oh, what happens if you give like Hulk strength to a 12-year-old? So that was always some funny interactions. She was, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna kill me. It starts with an M. More Runaways. She actually ended up joining one of the X groups for quite a while. I think, alright, so there was at one point where like all mutants lost their ability. She, as a mutant, was one of like the very small percent that kept them, so that's how that went down. Runaways meeting up with Doom. Is that Doom's son? That actually would make a lot of sense. Doom has a kid who likes to run away. Crazy, right? But there's a great run in She-Hulk. I think it's the 2008 run. I don't think it was Soul. I think it was after that. I think it was the 2008 She-Hulk. But she has to defend Doom's son in court against Doom, which everyone was like, Doom will just kill you. Don't do it. But, she took the case because that's what she does. She-Hulk is the best. Anyways, Saga. Again, more Saga. 66. Got some old Saga, 32, 29. We're hitting some OG Saga, 35. Back with the old parents. Oh my gosh, 38. The spirit. She was a spirit or a soul attached to a living space rocket, and she was the babysitter. Great. Oh man, another 39. Wait, didn't I say 39? 29, okay, 39, 41, the parents, doing what they do best, 52, back to some newer ones, 55, I want to say the 50s was when they started back up again, somewhere in the 50s, more Saga, lots of Saga, beautiful cover, I really like this one, 59, oh, the TV heads. Okay, so 60. I'm actually not too Caught up on the newer Saga. I really like to wait for the trades to come out, and then I buy the trades and I read them. More Saga. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I don't know why it keeps flickering. That, I know it probably annoys you. It annoys me even more. I promise you that. I'll have to get that figured out. Okay, I think I can start working these back. Well, I was originally going to sort these a little more, but I think if I can sort out just barcodes versus not barcodes at this point, it shouldn't be too bad to put them all away or upload them. Like I said, I scanned them in. I was showing you the site that I use for the inventory, but okay. We're not even halfway through the books yet. Oh, geez. Oh, they're heavy. Okay. Hellblazer. I love Constantine. Constantine had an amazing TV show that was never should have been canceled. I loved the TV show. The tie-ins with Lucifer were great. You know, it is, we're living here in the Sandman universe, but I don't know. I love the crazy paranormal detective vibe of everything. Oh, this is Black Label. I bet you that's all sorts of messed up then. Vote for Constantine. Oh, he's a demon. I'm very excited to actually get to read through these. Well, I have a feeling it's going to be a trade as well. A lot of Hellblazer. Old Hellblazer. Well, not old. Rebirth is what? 2010s? Mid-2010s? John Constantine Hellblazer. More Hellblazer. He-Man. This may surprise you as a person named Super He-Man, but He-Man is fantastic. I love He-Man. So I usually pick up any He-Man I can get my hands on. This is me getting my hands on it. More Pearl. So there's a Pearl earlier on, but I got more of it here. And this art style is way more in line with what like Alias was. So big fan. Pearl. I wonder if Pearl's related to the movie. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. Penguin. You can't go wrong with Penguin. Penguin's really popping off, especially after how well the HBO Max series went. So it's never bad to bet on the Penguin. And a #1 to boot. Revenge is for the birds. It's very exciting. Poison Ivy. So of the few remaining DC books that I have on my pull list, the Gotham City Sirens reign supreme. I love the Gotham City Sirens. I first started picking those up actually from a little comic shop down in where was it? Huntington, West Virginia. I was down there visiting my father, and I was like, I'm gonna stop into a little comic shop. He had like the first 12 Gotham City Sirens. I never looked back. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and what was it? Catwoman and Harley Quinn. The Trinity of DC bad bitches. And to this day, I still have Poison Ivy. Lots of Poison Ivy. And it's not as good, like some of the more modern. Oh man, I just realized that was foil. Holy crap. Okay, we're gonna get to that here in a sec. Love Poison Ivy. Some of the new covers are so gorgeous. I've been picking up a lot. The cover game on Poison Ivy has just hit top notch. The weird vegetable rabbit, not doing it for me. But I believe in that's my Trinity. The Trinity of DC. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn. I commissioned an oil painting of the three of them, a large one, and it is just living in my living room. I love it so much. Now this is a weird cover. So this is Punchline. This is almost a Virgin variant. I don't know. What is going on with all these wavy lines? I don't think I've ever seen a foiling on a cover like this before. I'm actually going to open this up. Is it front and back? Front and back. Ooh, wait. Oh, this is wait, did they restart Gotham City Sirens? Oh my gosh. Gotham City Sirens number 4? No. Ain't no. Okay. Well, any money I just had left over is gone. I like the addition of Punchline. This is silly art. I like it. Okay. Shoot. Well, there goes my wallet. I'm about to go back issue buy a whole bunch. I like these ladies. I just gotta know about them, I guess. So that's an amazing pickup. Love it. I don't know what this type of covering is called. Actually, let's just see. Oh no, not in my collection. Let's go check out. Okay, so I have volume 1. I have Uncovered. I didn't know they made a volume. Oh, Gotham City Sirens Volume 2 came out this year. Oh man. Okay. Let me pop this back up here. Sorry, I don't want you to just look in my eyes. But so I love this service. It's called CLZ. I don't know if I have a reference link, but I click, to add a series, and then I can just kind of like scroll through, and then I can see all the different variants. Ooh, actually, I like that toy. Can I make that bigger? Yeah. So it does a full write-up, and then down here, you can have like writer, colorist, all that. Sometimes they'll also do like who's in the series. Oh, Punchline. Giddy up indeed, ma'am. Some cool. Is it just the 4 of them? Wait. Okay, so that's who that. Okay, so that's funny. This is Poison Ivy, obviously, or Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, back together for the first time in years, with special appearances by White Rabbit, who we have here, Punchline, which we've been seeing through these covers, and introducing the himbo cowboy henchman sensation, soon to be sweeping the nation, known as the Nasty Boys. Okay. Who's the audience here? Oops. Wow, that's a great cover. Oh, that's such a good cover. Oh my gosh. Oh, that one's really cool too. That's a 125. The Prisma. Okay, this is what I wanted to show. So this what was he? There was no way I was supposed to get this, because this comic had only been out for a month. This is the prismatic foil variant. Or wait, no. It came out in October. Or August? Cover October? I don't know how that works. No, this is just the most recent one. This was the most recent one. They didn't. He messed up. That poor guy. Oh well. I don't feel bad. I got it for 3. Oh yeah, 30 cents. This is a $9. Okay. Well, this was at least the book price is $9. That's insane. And another little feature. Why is my cover price not showing up here? Let me see. No, I don't want to show that series. Oh yeah, so another service I pay for is called Cover Price. This is what I use. I highly recommend it. Actually, I really, really like it. It fully integrates with CLZ. You can just buy this straight up on its own. It comes out to like $3 a month if you pay monthly. Annually, I think it's like 2 something. Great deal if you're going to be doing a lot of buying and selling of comics. But what this will do was it generates a price based off of all the recent sales on eBay and a couple other auctioning sites that are very popular for graded comics and things like that. And then it will tell you what your value is. So some people you can use Go Collect as well. I like to do a combination. I pay for both Go Collect and Cover Price, and then I kind of just do a comparison. They both do a lot of averaging, and they're almost always identical. But I do like to use Cover Price a lot just because it's integrated here, so you can see. A few of the books I was picking up recently. I love this cover. But oh no, we don't want to. Okay. Ooh, that one went up. I don't normally pay attention. This is a shame. This is a travesty. This Bartel cover is one of my favorites. But oh yeah, another cool thing here is, I guess the other ones don't have it as much because they're newer, but once comics have been out for a while, people really fill out everything. So if you're looking for a specific hero, oh, it is just the camera, son of a gun. we're gonna restart this camera real fast. Sorry, I didn't realize that the whole screen didn't flicker. It was just this one camera. So we're going to. Where are we at? Top down. Deactivate. Activate. And we'll see if it keeps flickering. It just flickered, I think. Okay. Well, oh well. Anyways, we got some interesting. This was like a Women's Month. I don't think it was just Jen Bartel, but it was like a whole theme. So, oh yeah, it was Jen Bartel. I got all of them graded. I really like them. They're not a whole lot right now. I don't know why the Iron Man's so much higher than the rest. Very interesting. Yeah, Women's History Month covers. But I thought they were cool. There's 9 of them. I wanted to put them up on my wall. Actually, now that I own a house, I should probably put them up on a wall somewhere. Along with all of my graded She-Hulks. I got a lot of She-Hulks. Anyways. Okay. Let's get out of this. Anyway, I just wanted to look up what this the Gotham City Sirens number 4 was. Oh, I moved you and I unplugged you. Let's get you back into a normal spot here. Okay, and that goes into the no barcode pile. Power Man and Iron Fist. Why did I buy this? I don't know. Oh, because I saw this cover and I loved it. I love this cover. So I bought it. You know what they say? Judge a book by its covers. So I buy everyone I think looks cool. Punisher Soviet, I'd never heard of. But Red Sun went well. And so I can the Punisher. More Ravencroft. We passed through book 1. This is book 2. Not sure. Which werewolf would that be? There's a werewolf with a really weird name. It's like Werewolf by Midnight or something like that. Something strange. I'm not too familiar. Lots of them. Lots of him here. Okay. Ooh, oh yeah, Red Lantern's number 1. Oh, the annual. Can't go wrong with that. Gotta love Red Lanterns. Atrocitus. Guy Gardner. I mean, he does make a good. Guy Gardner does make a good Red Lantern. It's also Charles Soule. Charles Soule wrote my favorite run of She-Hulk back in the early 2000s. The art was fantastic in it as well. Ooh, Guy Gardner. What are you up to, you sly dog? This one, he grows a lot of hair. Interesting decision. Wow, he is all rugged, huh? 33 into 34. I might actually have to read this run. Looks very interesting. Oh, new team. All new team. How about that? Oh, I guess Califiore and L-Tab, but new writers on that book. Okay. I'm going to move this aside a bit here. Open this up. Let's keep looking. We are now at the halfway point. It only took us an hour to get halfway through. It'll get better, I promise. Okay. Swamp Thing. Rise of the Machine. Swamp Thing was this and Animal Man for the original DC New 52 back in the 2000s was probably some of the darkest, not as dark as Animal Man. The Animal Man writer was writing stuff so dark that he had to take a break, mental break from it. He had a lot to deal with, and it was impacting his personal life. So that's how messed up those books were getting. But I really liked the another Trinity, right? DC loves its Trinities, but the green, the red, and the gray, you know, decay, plant life, animal life, and the balance that they keep amongst each other, and that was highly prevalent in the New 52. So ever since then, and then also, of course, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on that old cranky wizard's name? Alan Moore. Alan Moore's run a Swamp Thing with Vertigo. Phenomenal. Probably some of the best Swamp Thing writing to ever grace the series. Fables is another one of those really long series. I have trades for all the original Fables, as well as I think Cinderella. I really love Cinderella. Fairest was great. Cinderella's probably my favorite. Jack, I've got most of, but not all of. I'm still picking up and filling in gaps with Jack. But the Fables universe is probably one of the coolest and most interesting to me universes. Now it was inside Vertigo. Now it's DC. I'm very interested to see it now in DC Black Label. So, what are our little Fables doing in a Black Label book? Here's some old school Fables. This is from 2013, October. I think that was nearing the end of the series. Here's 118. So we got a lot of cool old books. Oh, this is another Black Label. I guess they just continued it on. They did the legacy numbering from the looks of it. So actually, I'm gonna have to look into that. More Firefly. This is the all new Firefly, and number 1. So I went ahead and picked those up. I really just don't know what Boom Studios is doing. I think last I heard, Boom Studios was like having its death knell. Boom pretty much just makes its living off of buying what they consider to be successful franchises and getting comic rights to them, which they don't always keep for very long. So it causes a lot of problems, but it is what it is. We get some Firefly out of it. Can't be mad about that. Make sure I'm not screwing up my system here. Okay, barcodes on them all. More Firefly. Cool little cover. I have to assume this is a Michonne homage cover. More brand new verse. Actually, a lot of Firefly. This is actually really exciting to me because actually this cover is beautiful. It's got some good color work. I really like. Shoot, you flickering son of a gun. Swap you out. Okay, anyways. I really can't believe it's flickering already. I'll have to do some testing with cables. Okay. Anyways, more brand new verse. We got a lot of brand new verse. Cool covers. Really like those. Pandora, the Trinity of Sin. Okay, so when New 52 first dropped, this little woman in a red hood danced from book to book to book as we headed towards the New 52. And everyone was trying to figure out who is she? Now, there was a lot of memes with, Charlie from Always Sunny with the charts, and we were all trying to watch, oh my gosh, at any other point in my life, I know what it was called, but there was a funny name that everyone came up with for Pandora, or who ends up being, I think, Pandora. It was someone watch. Oh my gosh, Susan watch or something like that. I don't know. But it was really funny. A lot of people who were trying to figure out and, look at clues and investigate themselves, The memes were everywhere. Pandora was great. And then, we got the Trinity of Sin. So, who was it? It was Pandora. It was Resurrection Man or Dead Man, and then someone else. Anyways, they were pretty interesting. I enjoyed them. I didn't have all the books, so I bought them. As I said, of the actual DC Trinity, I'll just never not buy a Harley Quinn book. They value so well. This is not financial advice, but there's certain comics that almost always appreciate. Not even necessarily a huge appreciation, but most books fall off, right? You give it even just a month and a book's value drops in half. Some books that almost always retain their value and sell well are going to be Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Spawn, and Venom. Venom books and Spawn books are really your actual most likely to do well. And I think I'm finding that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually do surprisingly well as well. So, you're never too old for some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. More Hellblazer. So, I think there's a John Constantine section, and now there's a Hellblazer section. Same person. But I just pick them up. I just love good old John Constantine. Look at him there. Upsetting another lady as he does. Smoking his cigarettes in hell. Good old John Constantine Hellblazer himself. I really want a sequel to the movie. Keanu needs to come back. Hellblazer. More Hellblazer. Lots of Hellblazer. It was a good haul for Hellblazer. This will actually make it super easy to put them all in as well. Oh, dupes. We got dupes. Dupes on dupes. All right. I think I've got all of my non-labels. I don't know. We'll see. Hey. They keep wanting to fall over because of that wedge we were talking about earlier with the staples. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, She-Hulk. Always buy She-Hulk. Actually, did we say I was missing She-Hulk 7? Did I inadvertently fill a gap here? I did. Holy smokes, what are the chances? Okay, so the She-Hulk I had pulled up earlier that I said I was missing one of. Well, look at that. Crazy. What are the chances? Looks like is this the only She-Hulk looking at least in this section. I don't know. The universes and the stars align. All She-Hulk will come back to me. Whew. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, that makes me so happy. I won't check it off yet. I should, but I'm not going to. Ooh! Okay. I really... So, another thing we'll go over here. This lighting style of like the blue and the pink and like usually a little bit of orange in there, but... what do you think? Oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Okay. This is called bisexual lighting. This was a phenomenon found during the early 2010s and became more prevalent in the late 2010s. So it's really funny to see a cover with this from 2023. Really sad that this series only lasted 2 years. I mean, they ended up going back to Sensational She-Hulk, but I really enjoyed this cover, or this series. So one of the big problems that happened, I think, with She-Hulk was obviously, like, Jen Bartel has been, like, the She-Hulk cover artist for quite a while now. And what happened was, so we've got a lot of new Marvel games coming out, right? You got Marvel Snap and it's the new shooter Marvel Rivals coming. Now, what happens is that when you're contracted to do one of these covers, right, you spend a lot of time, a lot of money, you draw the cover, you know, you sell it for what, like $1,000? Probably not 1,000, but whatever, we'll just say it's $1,000. Not based on any reality or facts. And that's it. Now Marvel owns this. Now, our Marvel, you sold this to them and licensed it as a cover, right? So what happens is in a lot of other studios, like, you know, be it like Marvel or Dark Horse, or not Marvel, Image, DC, Dark Horse, you still have some rights to these images. Not like you don't own them, but if it's used somewhere else, you get paid. You get a little kickback. Marvel doesn't play like that. Marvel does not give you any sort of money if they reuse it or something else. If they took this exact cover, which is, I don't know who did the cover for this, but let's say Jen did this cover, and then they made a bunch of snap cards out of this, and they make like, oh, I don't know, 100 grand off of people hunting down your card. You get nothing if you're from Marvel. So Marvel is taking all of the very unique variant cover, alternative style, like designs that the artists, you know, license, you know, as a cover, and they're taking those and repurposing those designs and those covers and a bunch of their other stuff and just not paying the artists for the work. That came up a lot also during the Hawkeye series when it was coming out. The main artist who did, oh man, Hawkeye, you know, that whole run of Hawkeye comics, like the purple rings and a complete design, all very, very unique design. He didn't get paid a dime for them using his style, his art direction, his everything in the new show. So, of course, they didn't do anything with the games. They did not learn a lesson. Oh, actually, well, they did learn a lesson. They learned they could do it and get away with it. So what happened was some of the bigger, more high-profile artists, like Jen Bartel, made a stink about it on Twitter, and they're like, well, we make enough money that we can go anywhere. And they did. And that's the end of that. So now Jen does comics elsewhere. So that's sad. Sad to see. But Marvel's not going to change. So we're stuck with it. But I will never betray She-Hulk and her bisexual lighting. So we've got that. Jen Bartel also famously has a secret lair. Same with the Saga comics we're looking at. The artist for that, Fiona Staples, has her own secret lair with actually some of the more valuable secret lair singles. I know because I keep trying to buy them all. I do just have the sealed ones, but I wanted a bunch of the unique ones put in a binder. I want to look at them, right? But Fiona Staples, Jen Bartel, two of my favorite ones. Also did Secret Layers, which I both own. Love it. Love to see a bunch of my hobbies mashed together. I say as I doom scroll about Universes Beyond. Okay. All that said, Future Foundation. So this is an interesting cover. I really love the Future Foundation. When they first launched, it was just called like FF. They had really cool new uniforms, which we don't get to see here. But oh, sorry, I didn't take my allergy pills beforehand. Maybe I'll do this real quick. But Future Foundation was, of course, the Reed family, as well as. Ooh, what the heck? There's just some foiling on my pills. Okay. Along with, of course, our beloved She-Hulk. Now, is She-Hulk the reason I love the Future Foundation? Who can tell? Not me. But I really like Val. I like Franklin. I know they're pretty universally hated. Oh no, did I not bring my water back up? Okay, one sec. BRB. Well, I'm sorry, chat. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. All right. Future Foundation. Yeah, Hose FF. It was really cool. I really liked it. Liked having She-Hulk in it, as well as who was Johnny's girlfriend at the time? Pixie or something? I don't know. I can't remember her name. She looks like a pixie. But Future Foundation was great. This is interesting because this helmet is from the Ultimates. Reed Richards. So I wonder if they brought him back. Oh, multiverse problems. Yeah, dude. Creepy Ultimates Reed Richard is frightening. Okay, so I was talking about this book earlier. Not necessarily this book, but I was talking about Charles Soule. Oh, this is it. I actually mentioned this book twice already. So, it was the Charles Soule She-Hulk. I really loved this whole art style for all the books. The inside art changed like halfway through and went horribly. I hate to say that, but this is still one of my favorite runs. And we've got Doom, and it was his son. This is, I believe, is the one where she was suing. I really think so. I think this is the first one. Future Foundation's #1 from the reboot, or not reboot, the new Future Foundation. I think the other one was just called FF. So this is actual Future Foundations. New uniforms, not looking as slick as the originals. Is that can't be Val, right? She looks like Lucy, right? From Runaways, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Named after a Beatles song. The OG Runaways. Interesting. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have a look. Symbiotes. Absolute carnage. I just love a symbiote. Not as much as middle-aged men do, and they will pay out the butts for anything of the symbiote. Carnage, Venom, Scream. The symbiote splits. This was brought up during our last roundup. We were talking about Arachne's potentials for all the different forms, and the idea of the symbiote came up, which I'm still all on board on the symbiote theory. So we'll see, but I just pick up symbiote books. Don't care too much. Civil War II. So, I've never read Civil War II. I read the run-up to it because it was based off of that weird prison system they had where they used psychic people to just mess with the minds of villains and put them into roles. So you'd look and it'd be like, who would be a villain? I don't know. Like Kingpin doesn't realize he's the town baker and he's just in there baking bread and having a good time. It's just because they totally warped their minds. Normal prisons didn't work because they kept escaping. So S.H.I.E.L.D. created the ultimate prison where just no one realized they were awful people. And then the heroes found out, didn't like it, released all the villains onto the world. And of course, that leads to Civil War II. So I was just happy to see Civil War II. I also really like these painty, like these watercolor kind of style covers. Actually, I really like these type of artist marks as well. So, it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. I don't know why I keep saying that. American Vampire, 1976. American Vampire came back for DC Black Label. I just didn't have any of them, so I was like, hey, why not? Cover looks great. It really does. Very vibrant, colorful, minimal number of colors. I don't know. I really like it. Scott Snyder. Huh. Good framing. Beautiful cover. Not as great, but still an interesting cover. Animal Man. I just love old Animal Man. That's all there is to say. Rot World, the Red Kingdom. You know, the green versus the red and the gray. Oh, is that the gray? Oh no, that's all the gray. Okay, yeah, because they're all rot beasts. The red was getting too strong. Oh, man, some of these old animal covers, Animal Man's. That's a weird looking face. A lot of the gray. Rot World. It's the finale of Rot World. Interesting. Alright. Avengers and X-Men. I really enjoyed these covers. I'm sure Todd does a lot of art related with covers. I always think he should be doing more with these. Not necessarily this one. I guess these are the ANs. The AVX ones were really cool. It was just like big matchups. The books are just fights. If you just liked a good comic book, slobber knocker, you read the Aliens vs. X-Men or Avengers vs. X-Men. You get some really cool versus matches. These were all team ups, it looks like. I did not get as into these, but here we are. What a weird style. That looks just CGI. CG? That's a Liefeld cover if I've ever seen one. And if not on purpose, it's someone doing a Liefeld cover to make fun of it. That captain chest is robust. Oh, Kitty Pryde was one of the first any comic book heroes that I got into, and we'll go into that later because the very first comic book I bought again. But Spider-Woman, Natasha, and Phantom X. When did these come out? 2013. Interesting. More cat. Wow, there's a bunch of these. I don't even know who that Mandalorian is in the back. That is clearly, I think it's supposed to be Magneto, but I don't remember Magneto's having a Mandalorian helmet like that. I should be seeing some faces here. Ooh, this was... Who was it? V. Perkins Spicer. I don't know. This is not a Swamp Thing series I'm familiar with, but I'm just going to buy anything Swamp Thing, so... Don't at me, bro. Is that Abigail? It's got to be Abigail, right? Maybe? I don't know. I didn't know there was one season of Swamp Thing, let alone two. And limited. limited runs. It's very interesting. You don't often see something out of 16 run and it not just being a normal 2-year like life cycle of a comic. Must have been some hard restriction by the artists. Again, oh no, okay, good. We're good. We still just got barcodes. What's the next pile? Oh boy. One hand grabbing those is probably not the best. And we're back with the Trinity Catwoman. So we've seen Harley, we've seen Ivy. Let's see what we got for Catwoman. I think we've got a lot of Catwoman in this pile. So live free or die. And there's just something about Catwoman covers that I really love. The design, the backgrounds, the art, the latex. Maybe it's the latex. This one's a foil variant. Holy crap. Another good pickup for 30 cents. It's a very 90s style aesthetic to cover variants, but I like a good foil. And it's a textured foil at that. It's a double win. Oh no. Iced. Interesting. I'm just gonna bruised up. Batman Kings of Fear. This is just a funny cover. I don't know. It looked goony. I bought it. that's all the reasoning I need. Batwoman was one of my favorite runs in the New 52 as well. They were fairly supernatural. I don't think when it comes to Superman, you know, I mean, there's like Raws and the pits, but like straight up like paranormal, supernatural, ghouls and ghasts, like not normally in the Bat universe, but Batwoman handled that. So I really liked this run of Batwoman. Had such high hopes for the TV show before. Well, we don't need to talk about it. So, needless to say, I picked up a lot of Batwoman. We'll continue to build this out and hopefully fill the gaps in down the road. Ooh. Bombshells. Okay, so DC Bombshells, I didn't know got like this long of a run. I really thought it was just some one-shots and specials, but apparently it got a full run at some point. So I'm gonna start hunting those down. But I've got all, like, I really like the Bombshell. I always wanted the statues, but I've never pulled the trigger on a statue. I've been gifted statues, but they just live in boxes, sadly. But the Bombshells I really like. I've got a bunch of nice glasses with them up in my kitchen, up on the top shelves or above all my cabinets. So we'll see. I mean, looks like Batwoman, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and a weird Joker. I like that Batwoman. Oh, wait, who is that? Barda? Is that Barda? Barda as a roller derby girl is fantastic. I don't think it's Diane. I think that is Barda. I'll find out when I put it into my system. Silk. Silk's been a very interesting, very divisive character in the Spidey's side of things. I like Silk. I like pirates. I like Silk pirates. Here we are. That's all the thinking I had to do, and so now we've got a bunch of Silk books. I do have I really like the Silk Jen Bartel cover as well. So here we are. Ooh, not that cover. More Silk. Silk versus Black Cat. Actually, I didn't realize how much Silk I picked up. This is cool. I'm gonna... Oh, number 2. A She-Hulk 15. This is definitely a dupe, but a dupe I will very gladly have. Some of the new sensational She-Hulks. So this is a continuation from the 80s series by John Byrne. John Byrne obviously dead. But these are... Is John Byrne dead? I'm pretty sure he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead. But, yeah. I don't know. I like these covers. This is an homage to another cover that I can't think of off the top of my head, but the Jen Bartel block. I just really like these blocks. What would be the in the trading card world, if you're more on the trading card things, and you've got a lot of old Magic cards, some new sorcery cards. Melissa Bennett has a very, very famous block signature like this as well. So like the big M's. I'm sure you've seen it if you watched my Sorcery Arthurian Legends opening. I pointed out pretty specifically on some cards. Some of the cards are actually hidden in the foils only. So unless it's like an extended art card, you can't see her signature block. But I don't know. I always like looking for them and finding them. And here it is. So, and here, obviously, it's down here by our thighs. I'm sure no one missed that. More Bartel, more She-Hulk. Wait, another one. I doubled up on some Soul 03s. Love them. I just love the Soul covers. I don't know. My artist friend has given me a couple different art pieces based off of them. Love them. There's really no She-Hulk I won't buy dupes of, and I very desperately mean that. Like the old Sensational Hulks, you know, I think I come to terms with how much I can spend. Like old Sensationals in a decent condition are just almost automatically $5 to $7 a piece, which is unfortunate. But if I can buy them cheaper, I just buy them all up. I do want to get a bunch of them graded at some point. So having like 5 or 6 copies of like an old comic like that, where I can pick the best one and get it graded, always good in my books. So we got, oh my gosh, how many of these did I buy? Oh, I should have paid attention. Okay, well, whatever. I just said I love dupes. Here's 5 I bought. Whoops. I'll take it. And more. I got what, three bisexual lighting She-Hulks. Oh, jeez. Okay. Next pile. We're running out of space up here for the barcode team. More Catwoman with Poison Ivy. Weirdly naked? I don't know. Not naked, but really weird. This is the Catwoman cache I've been kind of looking forward to. I did just buy there was a lot of Catwoman. I just yanked them all. Here we are. Old love, new love, all bad. Love the Selena Kyle. This is a beautiful cover of the, you know, Dick and, gosh, which one is that supposed to be? I think it was Red Robin, but, it is Red Robin. Okay, Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, and I never can tell the Batgirls apart. But I don't know, just this is a beautiful cover. Really like that. Oh, Selena. Who's the other man? That's not Mr. That's not John Batman. Tango with Traitors. Ooh, go to Punchline. Punchline's been a great addition. I just love her art. There we go. This is what we all want. At the end of the day, we all just want Bruce and Selena. Old school. Oh, I love the traditional OG outfit. More Catwoman. More Catwoman. All new Catwoman. A new Catwoman. Who's the new Catwoman? Is this the new one or the old one? I don't know. The Royal Flush Gang is back, huh? I guess. That would be my guess. Interesting. Old school Selena outfit again. Is that, oh, that's just part of the same run? Did she just have the same outfit in that run? Let me see. 9 Lives begins. 9 Lives part 5. Yep. Cool. Cool. Wait, Space Cat. Cats don't live in space. Interesting cover. Ah, more Civil War 2, number 6. Don't know how that got mixed in with Catwoman. It is what it is. Catwoman, Love Kills. This is a great cover, too. Huh. Okay. I really actually really like the Claw W. Catwoman. Huh. She got her own little underlings. Charmed. Now, I don't know about you, but I grew up watching Charmed. Love those gals. This was... So I think before... Is there a year on this? I was going to say, I think before the new series came out, they did a comic run with Dynamite. I just started grabbing. I was like, this looks exciting. 2, 1, and 2. Oh, a 2 variant. I wonder which is the variant. The one with the actual pictures or the... Actually, let me see. Will it say? Oh, cover A, cover B. This is the variant. Man, I love Charmed. I love Charmed so much. Okay. More barcodes. I think maybe we're just done with barcodes. Let's just grab the rest here. If we can. Oh, can I get it? Yeah. All right. The Miller World. So I was talking about Miller World earlier. You know, Mark Miller. Genius. I have no idea what this is. I thought it was very cool. Or not cool. I should not say cool. You can't look at this picture and say cool. I looked at this picture and I was like, huh? I think that's more accurate. But here's with Kick-Ass and Hit Girl. It has Chrononauts, Kingsman, American Jesus, and Starlight. Interesting. I'm gonna actually have to look through these. I really don't know what's in them. But, we're back to the no. All right. Mechanics. Mechanics was the first limited series, or really just the first comic I ever read, or bought, specifically. I bought all their mates. Actually, so the comic shop that I bought it from, that I drove far away from, used to have a shop in my town. And when that shop first opened, the first 2 series I purchased were Mechanics. I bought all 6 of them, though I'm just buying dupes at this point. 2 and 2, 1 and 5, but it's all about Kitty Pryde. And then the other series I bought was Sentinel, so I'm always still looking for Sentinel comics and buying those up as well. But I found it really cool that I got some of my like OG. It was actually, this series was actually so old, or even these were still there, I think, from when I bought them. He said, like, they'd already kind of transferred systems and it had trouble reading these barcodes because he'd had them in inventory for so long. There's a little damage there, little bumps in the cover, but man, really cool to see those again. A lot of nostalgia, brings back a lot of great memories. Lobster Johnson. What up, man? So Lobster Johnson usually, I believe, rolls with big old red fist man demon, Hellboy and Lobster Johnson. I mean, I don't think they're completely intertwined, but they team up a bunch. I like good Lobster Johnson. Got some Lobster Johnson. Jessica Jones. I loved Alias. Like I said, Alias was my very first Marvel Max series with the launch of Marvel Max. And I've just been a Jessica Jones fan ever since. So after Alias, I didn't realize that Jessica Jones got her own series. So as soon as I saw these, I was like, yeah, boy. And I just started buying. Look at these covers. Fantastic. What were those? Atlanteans? Beheaded. Spider-Man? We're swinging. Oh, wow. So, well, this isn't Carol, but I don't... Is she wearing Carol's old outfit? It must be. Yeah, it must be her wearing Carol. So in Alias, her like bestie, because the story behind Jessica Jones, right? If you didn't watch, AKA Jessica Jones, or read Alias, Jessica Jones was a superhero, but she was just dog shit at it, basically. So she's got the super strength and everything. She can't fly, but she's mostly just, super strength. So she tried to be in the Avengers. She failed horrifically, constantly, over and over and over. She was like, the heck with it. I'll just be an investigator. But she was still friends with Carol, or Miss Marvel at the time. So I was very taken aback by the idea of just superheroes just going out for a coffee. Like, when Jessica just needed to talk things out, call up Carol, just have a cup of coffee out in the street. Street closed. No one really figured out who they were. They would just hang out. They go out for dinner, be friends. So you get a lot of behind the scenes views of like what the Avengers do in their downtime, and just superheroes in general. And that's really was revolutionary to me at that time when I was reading through comics. I just always thought superheroes all the time. Let's be stupid, right? So all that said, I find it very interesting that she has Carol's OG Ms. Marvel uniform on in this picture. I'm going to have to be doing a lot of reading coming up. A lot of Jessica Jones. This style here is what is more famously on the Alias covers. And this, I believe, is probably going to be the Purple Man, who was played by David Tennant in the Jessica Jones series. And Return. Oh yeah, I just should have read the top. I'm just fucking an idiot. Sorry. Up here, Return of the Purple Man. Yeah, the Purple Man. I think ended up getting taken out by Daredevil in the comics. But yeah, he just says stuff and then you do it. Secrets of Maria Hill. Oh gosh, I love these covers. I love that watercolory look. I'm really glad that they kept this throughout the years. Do any of these have a date? No, the Mac covers. Oh yeah, we were looking at another cover earlier with Mac on it. Shoot, I wish I would have. I think it was a Daredevil. Was it the Daredevil Civil War 2? Maybe. The Dollhouse. Okay, so when we went through that collection I bought with all of the DC Black Label, I noticed the Joe Hill Presents Hill House Comics, which is like a little mini horror section of DC Black Label, and the Dollhouse family was in there. So when I saw more of the comics, I was like, well, this is perfect. This fills in some more of the gaps. So now I've got a bunch of Dollhouse family from a couple different collections. So I'll have to see. Hopefully I didn't just get a whole bunch of duplicates and we kind of fleshed out the run a little more. So that's great to see. I'm very excited about that. I'll be more excited when I scan them all in and see how many more gaps I got left, but we're making some progress. Catwoman again. What is that face? Who is she fighting? I'm actually not familiar with that villain at all. Interesting. Maybe it's a new one. Another one. Don't know who that is either. I feel like I should know who this is. I don't know. It's very interesting. Very interesting, they say. Okay, Catwoman. Oh, please, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, classic Catwoman. Oh, is that the villain we just saw on that cover? Huh, Poison Ivy is stuck in that cover. Interesting. This is a beautiful cover, too. I actually enjoy this quite a bit. I'm going to kill this camera as soon as this stream is over. Vroom, vroom, they'll never catch us, kitten. Anything with Harley and Catwoman is a delight. I really still don't even am convinced Catwoman likes her. Onyx is back and out for blood. Wow, this is back when The Batman #1 first hit theaters. I didn't realize it had been that long. Is that the Crow? Is that who that is? I'm not familiar at all. Man, I'm out of the loop on DC. DC's price hike really killed any desire for me to read their comics. Now I gotta catch up. Oh, there's back with the old Hive face. I don't know who she is. She's got a hive for her face. Ooh, yeah. Poison growing. This is how you grow a girlfriend. Back in OGs, back to the cats. Actually, that's a cute. I don't know if that's a cute cover. It's a beautiful cover. I like the paw prints with their feet. I like all the stray cats. I really like when they go like with Catwoman and all the strays. A lot of times they'll like, oh, it turns out she has all these apartments scattered around with like milk and cat food, and she's taking care of all these cats, and she's a very sweet side of her. Interesting. So, who is that? I feel like I should know. It's like a very Hellsing look, right? And then, that is not Batman. That'd be, was it Azrael? Interesting. I don't know. Her biology is questionable. I feel like she's broken a few bones somehow in her block. Very weird cover. Okay, I don't know. She's questionably designed. We'll just say that. But that is the end of this. Shoot, are these all barcodes too? Shoot. Okay. Perfect. All right. So that was my last pickup. So I got all of those comics for $128. I think 128. Yeah. So that was 256 comics added to the collection. I like it. I like it a lot. It'll be pretty massive once I get them all in. So I still got to decide. I normally, when I'm buying big lots like this, well, I'm not normally picking out the books going into the lot. So that was huge and beneficial, but also means they're probably all going to my personal collection. But when I do buy other lots, I do usually pick out a whole bunch to sell on the eBay store. eBay store has been popping off with comics. I haven't added a new comic to it for, I don't know, almost a year now. So, and I've sold out of pretty much everything I got listed. So at this point, I need to take, well, my plan was I got a lot of days off this December off my main job. So I was looking to take a bunch of pictures, upload a bunch of comics for everyone to go through. Probably still going to do that. They have an amazing margin. And I don't know. I gotta get them out of my living room. I've just got 2 long boxes of 2 cell comics in my living room on the floor in the middle that everyone just gets to come look at every single time they come over. So maybe it's about time I get those listed. I've got little cousins who need college money. And I'm gonna get over here, do some sorting, take some pictures, doing some uploading. But that wraps things up for today. Thank you all for coming out and watching. I see, there's a bunch of you coming in and out throughout the whole session, but I really enjoy talking shop on these big comic collections. Lots of nostalgia, things that I used to love a lot, wish I had more time for now, but if there's only a good way to do audiobook for some comics, I feel like my audiobook the book side of my life skyrocketed with all this sorting that I'm doing, because well not these glasses, my other glasses, I got those Wayfarers now, but I just listen to audiobooks, just listen books and sorting, and boy do I go through books now. So wish I could have that kind of ease of doing comics as well as something else at the same time, but it is what it is, as I like to say too frequently during a stream. Now, if you like this stream, if you want to support the stream, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. Up on the top left, up here, are all my socials. I added Blue Sky to that rotation, but it does not seem to have taken. I gotta go look at that again. But my Blue Sky is cardboardkings.shop. Everything else is listed up here. You can go to my website, cardboardkings.shop, same name, same domain, and you can go there and buy stuff through my stores. If you buy stuff through my TCG stores through the website, you get 5% off. So highly recommend, if you're gonna buy a bunch through me anyways, just buy it through my storefront, save money. And I get a better cut too, so we both win. And that's that. Friday is still up in the air for Riled Up. I'm like 90% positive it's going to happen, but I have to drive 3.5 hours down to Pittsburgh to get one of my guinea pigs looked at. He's going in for some surgery. He got a big old cyst that grew like out of his neck overnight. It's like the size of a golf ball. I don't know how he deals with it. He's like 1/3 tumor at this point, and they can't take the tumors off. But a cyst can at least be taken care of and improve the quality of his life. So I'm going down Thursday for his appointment to do the initial check, and then the surgery is already scheduled because, we already know it has to happen. But they'd have to milk the appointment money out of me and the hotel room, I guess. Swindlers, all of them, but... So I'll be in Pittsburgh early morning for his surgery, and then hopefully it's done early enough that I can just drive home. As long as it's done by 4, which it should be. It really should be. It's only like an hour or 2 procedure. I think there's some watch time after the anesthesia, but I should be out the door by 4, and then... Actually, probably, no, sooner than 4. 3:30. I think 3:30 is the absolute latest I can leave Pittsburgh and get back in time and set up for the podcast. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Check the social medias. Subscribe to them. Like them. Comment on them. And you'll find out if I cancel it or not. All right. That's all I got for the night. Thank you all for listening. And I'll catch you later.